Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have derived the necessary condition for the extremal. Okay. Now, what does that mean? If we are given a functional, okay, integral from a to b, let us suppose say y of x equal to integral from a to b f x y dash dx, okay, and y at a is equal to y1, y at b is equal to y2. We are given this functional, and if suppose on the curve y equal to y of x, this functional attains the extremum. Extremum means what? It can be either a maximum or a minimum. Okay, so if on the curve y equal to y of x, this functional attains a extremum, then that y of x will satisfy the Euler-Lagrange differential equation. Okay, and therefore Euler-Lagrange differential equation is called as the necessary condition for the extremal of a functional. Okay, so it is that if it is a extremal, then it will satisfy the Euler-Lagrange differential equation. Okay, we will also observe that for the Euler-Lagrange differential equation, okay, there may be the solution may not be unique, okay, but if at all the extremal is attained by the functional, then it will be attained on one of the extremal curves. That means the curves which are coming to be the solution of this Euler-Lagrange differential equation. Okay, there may be some curves which are coming to be out the solution of this Euler-Lagrange differential equation. Okay, it is not necessary that on all the curves the extremal will be attained, but if at all it is if it is attained, then it will be attained only on the curves which satisfy the Euler-Lagrange differential equation. Okay, so in order to find the extremal curves, what we do is, if given a functional of this form, okay, we find the Euler-Lagrange differential equation correspondingly, that means by using this capital F, and then we solve that Euler-Lagrange differential equation in order to obtain the extremal curves. Okay, so let us take one problem. Find the extremum of y of x equal to, this is a functional given, integral from 0 to 1 y dash square minus 2xy dx. Y at 0 is 0 and y at 1 is equal to minus 1. Okay, so this is a functional that is given to us, and we want to find the extremum of this functional. So here capital F x y dash, I am comparing it with this, okay, is given by y dash square minus 2xy, okay, then f y, that means differentiating f with respect to y, will be given by what? Minus 2 into x, and differentiating f with respect to y dash will be given by 2 times y dash. Yes, okay, then the Euler-Lagrange differential equation is given by f y minus d by dx f y dash equal to 0. Okay, so this is the Euler-Lagrange differential equation. Okay, in last class we have seen that this is the Euler-Lagrange differential equation, but then what we did was we tried to derive the one more form of this equation, that is we expanded this term. Okay, but while solving problems it is not necessary that we go to that long form and solve the equation. Okay, we can consider this and then put the respective values there. So this will be minus 2x minus d by dx of 2y dash equal to 0. So that is minus 2x minus 2y we want to differentiate this 2y dash with respect to x. Okay, so then this will be y double dash equal to 0. Okay, so that implies y double dash is equal to minus x. Okay, so we will have to solve this differential equation, and to solve this differential equation, once we integrate, what we will get, y dash is equal to minus x square by 2 plus some constant c1. Then again when I differentiate, y is equal to minus x cube by 6 plus c1x plus c2. Okay, now do you remember that when we expanded this form we got that Euler-Lagrange differential equation is a second order differential equation provided that y double dash this term is not equal to 0. Yes, so if you actually go to check what is y dash dash here, so if you first differentiate this with respect to y dash, what we get, this, and if you again differentiate it with respect to y dash, what do we get? That means I am talking about f y dash, we get 2, which is not equal to 0. Okay, and therefore this Euler-Lagrange equation is a second order differential equation, and you can clearly see here we are getting two constants which are to be determined. Okay, now we are already given the boundary conditions which should be satisfied by the admissible curve, that means by the solution of this functional. Okay, so by using these conditions we will determine the value of c1 and c2. So if I put y equal to 0 is given to be equal to y at 0 will be what, c2, and that is equal to 0. Okay, therefore the value of c2 is equal to 0. Then if I put the other point, y at 1 will be what, minus 1 by 6 plus c1 plus c2 is 0, that will be equal to minus 1. So that will imply c1 is equal to minus 1 plus 1 by 6, so that is equal to minus 5 by 6, and therefore y of x will be, so this y of x will be equal to minus x cube by 6. So c1 is minus 5 by 6 into x plus c2 is 0. Okay, we can write it in concise form as minus 1 upon 6 x cube plus 5x. Okay, now let us take one more problem. Vy of x is equal to integral from x1 to x2 y into y minus 3x dx. Okay, so in this case this is slightly a special case. Okay, once we get the solution you will understand what is so f x y dash is equal to y into y minus 3x. Differentiating f with respect to y is equal to y dash into y minus 3x plus y into we are differentiating it with respect to y, so it will be this. I made a mistake there. So this plus 1 0. Okay, so this will be equal to 2y minus 3x. Okay, that is our fy dash will be equal to, there is no y dash term at all, so this will be equal to 0. Okay, now the Euler-Lagrange differential equation is given by Euler-Lagrange differential equation is given by fy minus d by dx of fy dash equal to 0. That is 2y minus 3x minus d by dx equal to 0. What does that imply? 2y minus 3x equal to 0, and hence we will get y to be equal to 3 by 2 times x. Okay, now if you see here this solution, there are no arbitrary constants involved in this solution. Okay, so basically it has the form fy of xy equal to 0. And why does it have a form fy xy equal to 0? See here, fy is a function of x, y, y dash, but in this there is no y dash, so this fy clearly becomes a function of x and y. Okay, and further to that fy dash is also equal to 0, so this part of the Euler-Lagrange equation vanish, and we are left with fy equal to 0, fy of xy equal to 0. Okay, and the solution for this equation, okay, whatever it is obtained, it does not contain any arbitrary constants, and therefore generally what will happen is it will not satisfy the boundary conditions. Okay, so if the boundary conditions are y at x naught equal to y naught and y at x1 equal to y1, okay, if these are the boundary conditions, then this solution it will not satisfy these boundary conditions. Okay, generally, but only under special cases, and there are these exceptional cases wherein this function will satisfy the boundary conditions. Okay, and when will that happen? If this curve, okay, whatever is this fy x of xy equal to 0, if this curve, if it passes through these points, okay, then only we will say that it satisfies the boundary conditions, and hence the functional attains the extremum. Okay, that means extremum can be attained by a functional. Okay, but otherwise in general it will not satisfy the boundary conditions, and therefore the functional does not have any extremum. Okay, so for example, if we take here yes, the points will be x naught, y naught and x1 y1. Okay, so if at all the curve is passing through these points, then it will satisfy the boundary conditions, but this will happen very rarely. Okay, and usually such a problem will have no extremum attained, meaning the functional will not attain the extremum. Okay, so for no solution, if suppose x1 is 1 and y1 is 1, okay, that means y of 1 is equal to 1 is one of the conditions. Suppose, then what we will get here, see, y at 1 will be what, 3 by 2 into 1, that is 3 by 2 will be equal to 1. Is it true? No, that is not possible. Okay, so such things will happen and it will not satisfy the boundary conditions. Let us look at one more problem. On what curves can the functional be extremized, where the functional is given by vy of x equal to integral from 0 to 1 and fxy y dash is y dash square plus 12 into x into y dx, and the conditions are y of 0 is equal to 0 and y of 1 is equal to 1. Okay, so here capital F x y y dash is equal to y dash square plus 12xy. Okay, then fy will be equal to 12x, then differentiating f with respect to y dash will be 2y dash. Okay, and therefore Euler-Lagrange differential equation is given by fy minus d by dx of fy dash equal to 0. Okay, so this will be 12x minus d by dx of fy dash is what, 2 into y dash equal to 0. Okay, so this will be 6x minus y double dash equal to 0. Okay, so we will try to solve this differential equation. So what will be this, y double dash equal to 6x, when we integrate y dash is equal to 6x square by 2 plus the constant c1, then again when we integrate y is equal to 6x cube by 3 into 2 6, so that 6 will get cancelled. Now c1x plus c2. Okay, so y of x is equal to x cube plus c1x plus c2, and then we also have the conditions given, y of 0 is equal to 0 and y of 1 equal to 1. We will use these conditions to determine the constants c1 and c2. Okay, so y at 0 will be equal to 0 0, so c2 is equal to 0, and y at 1 will be equal to 1 plus c1, but y at 1 is 1, so that will imply c1 is also equal to 0, and therefore y of x is equal to x cube. So this is the solution. Now let us look at one more example. V y of x is given by integral from 1 to 2 y dash square plus 2y y dash plus y square dx. And the initial conditions, meaning the boundary conditions, are y at 1 is equal to 1 and y at 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so f x y y dash is equal to y dash the whole square plus 2y y dash plus y square. Then differentiating f with respect to y, so we will get 2y dash plus 2y, and differentiating f with respect to y dash is equal to 2y dash plus 2y. Okay, differentiating f with respect to y is I have done error here. Yes, differentiating f with respect to y, so it will be 2y dash. I think I wrote exactly the opposite. Yeah, so 2y dash plus 2 into y. Okay, and differentiating f with respect to y dash will be 2y dash plus 2 into y. Okay, actually they are coming out to be the same. Oh yes, it was correct. Yeah, so the Euler-Lagrange differential equation, it becomes fy minus d by dx of fy dash equal to 0. So that will be 2y dash plus 2y minus d by dx of 2y dash plus 2 into y equal to 0. Okay, clearly from here if I take these two common out, it will get cancelled. Okay, so we will be left with y dash plus y minus d by dx of y dash plus y. Okay, so directly I'll write that differentiable, meaning after differentiating with respect to x. Okay, so that will be minus y double dash minus y dash equal to 0. Okay, so this, it will be equal to, this will get cancelled, so y double dash equal to 0. Okay, so the differential equation will be y double dash minus y equal to 0, and we want to solve this differential equation. And how do we solve this differential equation? You can see here, it's a second order differential equation and the constant coefficients. Okay, so we need not get involved into the power series method or any other method. Directly we can solve by using the auxiliary equation. Okay, so for this differential equation, the auxiliary equation will be m square minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so m is equal to plus or minus 1, and if m is equal to plus or minus 1, that means the real roots, then y of x is given by c1 times e raised to x plus c2 times e raised to x. In general, the form is c1 times e raised to alpha x, c2 times e raised to minus alpha 1x, alpha 2x. Okay, but here alpha 1 is plus 1, alpha 2 is minus 1. Sorry, it should be e raised to minus x. Okay, so y of x will be given by this. So I directly write it here. Y of x is equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to minus x. Okay, now I think you all must have learned this in somewhere in your graduation. Okay, that there are various methods, no, method of undetermined coefficients. Then you all have learned if one solution is given, then by using that one solution how you can find the other solution, method of variation of parameters. Okay, so these are some of the methods that we will require in this section of this paper. Okay, because we will be getting involved into solving a differential equation. Okay, the reason here is, see here, Euler-Lagrange equation is what? It is a differential equation. Okay, and it's a second order differential equation. There are some cases wherein it gets reduced and it becomes the first order differential equation, but in general this is a second order differential equation provided that f y dash is not equal to 0. Okay, and again when we are trying to find the extremals for a given variational problem, we will be getting involved into solving the Euler-Lagrange equation, which is a differential equation. Okay, and therefore it would be nice if you all revise some of the formulas and some of the techniques of solving the differential equation. Okay, some simple formulas and simple forms of differential equation. There are also some standard forms, right? Some Bernoulli's equation, then several others are there. You all must have learned it in your TY and maybe in first year or second year. Okay, so better if you revise the formulas, then whenever we apply it here it will be easy for you. Okay, so next thing is we want to determine this C1 and C2. We are given the initial conditions, so by using these we will determine C1 and C2. So y at 1 is will be equal to C1e plus C2 e raised to minus 1, which will be equal to 1, and y at 2 is equal to C1 e square plus C2 e raised to minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, you can see here we have two unknowns and two equations. Okay, so we can use the elimination method or whichever method you all are comfortable with to find out the constants C1 and C2. Okay, so let me start with this thing. If I multiply this equation by e, what will happen? It will be e square, and then change the sign, so that will be e 1 e square, this will get cancelled, so that will be c2 plus c2 times e raised to minus 1 equal to e. Okay, so c2 1 plus 1 upon e equal to e. I will write it here. So this will be 1 plus e into c2 equal to e square. So c2 is equal to e square divided by 1 plus e. I think okay, I think I have done some error here. So c2 plus c2 times, oh yes, so that should be minus e square. Yes, So this will be e square. Okay, so e square minus 1 so it will be e square minus 1 and this e square, so c2 will be e cube divided by e square minus 1. Okay, so this is the value of c2. Okay, so now we go ahead to find the value of c1. The value of c1 will be c1e plus c2 is e cube by e square minus 1 into c1e plus c2 into this e equal to 1. Okay, so that will be c1e plus e square by e square minus 1 equal to 1. Okay, so this will be one minus e square by 1. Okay, and this whole thing divided by e, that will be equal to c1. So c1 is e square minus 1 minus e square, so that will be minus 1 divided by e into e square minus 1, that is 1 upon e into 1 minus e square. Okay, so we have got the value of c1 and c2. Okay, therefore y of x is equal to this c1, okay, into e raised to x plus this c2, sorry, this c1 into e raised to x plus this c2 into e raised to minus x. Okay, so the solution is y of x equal to this. Next, let us take one more problem. I of y of x equal to integral from 1 to e x y dash square, y dash square it is only, plus y dash dx, and the initial conditions are given as y at 1 it is equal to 0 and y at e is equal to 1. Okay, so f x y dash is equal to x y dash square plus y dash. Differentiating f with respect to y, this will be y dash, and differentiating f with respect to y dash will be 2x y dash plus y. Okay, then Euler-Lagrange differential equation will be given by fy minus d by dx of fy dash equal to 0, that is y dash minus d by dx of fy dash, that is this 2xy dash plus y equal to 0. Okay, so y dash minus differentiating this with respect to x, so that will be 2y dash plus 2xy double dash plus y dash equal to 0. So plus y dash minus y dash will get cancelled. We will be left with minus 2y dash minus 2x y double dash equal to 0. Okay, so 2 I can take it common out, and then we will be left with y dash plus x y double dash equal to 0. Observe here, I can write this as, now see here, this is a second order differential equation and we want to solve this, but here there are no constant coefficients. The way coefficient is a variable coefficient. Okay, so instead of getting involved in some long method of finding a solution of this, let us try to find a solution by just observation. Okay, what we can do is, this differential equation we can write it in the form x y dash, the full y derivative, x y dash derivative. See here, x y dash derivative will be what? X into y double dash plus y dash, and that is what we have here. Okay, so this is equal to 0. What will that mean? X y dash is equal to some constant c1. Okay, so y dash is equal to c1 by x. Okay, let me complete it here itself. Then this will be y equal to c1 into ln of x plus the constant c2. And now these constants c1 and c2, they can be determined by making use of these conditions. Okay, so y at 1 will be what? c1 ln of 1 plus c2, and y at e, so that will be equal to 0, and y at e will be c1 ln e plus c2 equal to 1. So you can solve the equations and find out the constants c1 and c2. Okay, let us look at one more example. Find the extremals of the functional given by v y of x integral from x1 to x2 y square minus y dash square minus 2y cos hyperbolic x dx. Okay, so see here, the initial conditions are not given. That means the conditions that are to be satisfied at the boundary points are not given to us. We just want to find the curves. Okay, curves of the Euler-Lagrange differential equation, integral curves of Euler-Lagrange differential equation. Okay, corresponding to this functional. Okay, therefore the question is, find the extremals of this. Okay, so capital F x y y dash will be equal to y square minus y dash square minus 2y cos hyperbolic x. Okay, differentiating f with respect to y, we will get 2y minus 2 cos hyperbolic x. Okay, and differentiating f with respect to y dash, we will get minus 2y dash, and Euler-Lagrange differential equation will be given by fy, that is 2y minus 2 cos hyperbolic x minus d by dx of fy dash, that means this. minus 2y dash equal to 0. So that will be equal to 2y minus 2 cos hyperbolic x plus d by dx of 2y dash equal to 0, which is equal to 2y minus 2 cos hyperbolic x plus 2y double dash equal to 0. Okay, this I can write it as y double dash plus y equal to cos hyperbolic x. Okay, there is 2 which gets cancelled once I shift this here. Yes, then you can clearly see it's a second order differential equation with constant coefficients, and it is a non-homogeneous differential equation. Okay, all this time in the previous examples we have got the equation and it was homogeneous or either first order. Okay, now here we have got the non-homogeneous differential equation which is of second order, but it's with constant coefficients. Okay, so two linearly independent solutions we can easily obtain from here, and then this is cos hyperbolic of x. So let's first obtain this. So this equation I will have to solve it as by using the auxiliary equations. Again the auxiliary equation will be what? M square plus 1 equal to 0. So m is equal to plus or minus I. It's a complex root. Okay, so the solutions will be given by cos x and sin x because the real part is 0. So e raised to alpha x part will vanish. Okay, and y of x will be given by c1 cos of x plus c2 sin of x. Okay, now consider y double dash plus y equal to 0. Okay, therefore y of x is equal to c1 cos of x plus c2 sin of x. Okay, y general solution. Okay, so if I consider this, the solution of this differential equation, how will it look like? Y of x, it will be general solution of corresponding homogeneous equation plus the particular solution of the non-homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so the general solution of corresponding homogeneous equation, that means this equation, will be given by this, and the particular solution of this we will find out now. Okay, so if you look at this, then if I treat this as r of x, okay, non-homogeneous part, so r of x is what? Cos hyperbolic x. So in order to simplify and not get involved into very difficult techniques, we can use method of undetermined coefficients. Okay, because cos hyperbolic x is what actually? E raised to x plus e raised to minus x divided by 2. Okay, so this will be e raised to x by 2 plus e raised to minus x by 2. So RHS is in this form and I can very well apply the UDC method. Okay, so corresponding to this function, what will be the UDC set? E raised to x. Corresponding to this function, what will be the UDC set? Singleton e raised to minus x. Okay, then we take a union of two UDC sets, so that will be e raised to minus x, and the particular solution yp of x of this differential equation is given by a times e raised to x plus b times e raised to minus x. Okay, and then what we do? We substitute this yp of x in this differential equation. So how do we substitute? Yp of x is there, so that will come here. Then differentiate this twice. You can see that if I differentiate it once, it will be a e raised to x minus b e raised to minus x. Again if I differentiate, it will be a e raised to x plus b e raised to minus x. So the same thing I will get. Okay, then once I write this, and then here then what we will get is this plus again that only, no? So it will be 2a times e raised to x plus 2b times e raised to minus x equal to cos hyperbolic x, which is what? This. So it will be e raised to x by 2 plus e raised to minus x by 2. So from here, what is the value of 2a? 2a, so a is equal to 1 by 4, b is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, so once I get the value of a and b, I know the particular solution. Put this a and b in this equation. So what we will get? 1 by 4 e raised to x plus 1 by 4 e raised to minus x. Okay, so that will become again 1 by 4 I can take common out, e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. So I will take 2 inside and keep this 2 here. Okay, so what is this now? It is again cos hyperbolic x, and this is half. So it will be half cos hyperbolic x. Okay, so yp of x is half cos hyperbolic x, and therefore the solution will be, the extremals will be y of x equal to, okay, see, extremals will be what? Solution of this differential equation, and solution of this differential equation is given by what? General solution of this and particular solution of this. So particular solution we got it as plus half cos hyperbolic x, and the general solution is given by c1 cos of x plus c2 sin of x. Okay, so that will be the required answer, y of x equal to this. So you see here how that method of undetermined coefficients we used to solve this differential equation. Okay.